Hi, my sweets. So today I have for you a super smart that we're going to listen to. Hope you enjoy it. You'll see what it's all about in just a second after it loads. Hopefully. There we go. All right, so this is all about instruments in a band. It says join the band. So you know that Tic Tac and Tock like to all play different instruments. So we're going to learn about different instruments here in our video, in our super smart. Thanks for being patient. Sometimes it takes so long to load. There we go. It says, here comes a band. Marching bands play music while they move. So they all have instruments and they're walking down the street for a parade. You have to know all the music you're playing and know how to walk and where to go. It is fun to be in a marching band. Look how much fun they're having. He's playing a trombone. He's playing drums. He's playing a tuba. Thanks for being patient. There we go. It says, if you are in a marching band, you get to wear a fancy hat and a fancy uniform. So you see they all have feathers on their hats with those plumes, and they all have fancy clothes too on. It says the leader of the band has an extra fancy uniform. The leader is called the drum major. So you see the instrumentalists behind him do not have the same outfits on as he does. So they all have yellow and blue, and he just has white. He looks much different. He keeps the beat for the people playing their instruments. So he has a very important job. If he goes faster or slower than he's supposed to, everybody's off and people are crashing into each other with their dancing and their moving. So he has a super important job. He's the leader of the band. I played in band, but I was never in a marching band like this. I played in pep band for football and basketball games. I also did jazz band, so we went around to the grade schools when I was in high school and we played jazz songs for the kids, and that was a lot of fun. I also was just in regular band, so we played concerts for parents and grown-ups. It says if you are in a band, you get to play a musical instrument. There are lots of different instruments in a band, and they all make different sounds. I'll teach you about the instrument I played. So here's the tuba. This one has a deep sound. Listen. It's very deep. This is the trombone. My dad played this. It's higher than the tuba. This is the clarinet. This is what I played. I played this instrument. Listen. I still have one. I need to take it and get it looked at again just to make sure everything's okay with it. And maybe sometime soon I can bring it in and play it for you when we're back here in school. I liked this instrument. This is the flute. I always wanted to play this one, but I played the clarinet instead. Listen. It's very high. My brother played this, the trumpet. And this is a, oh, I cannot think of it. Oh, this is a mellophone. All right. They all make different sounds. None of them sound the same. Playing an instrument is a lot of fun. I also took piano lessons too as a little girl. And when you are here, you can learn how to play an instrument too if you want to while you go to school here. You have to be a little bit older. You can take piano lessons, or you can also play instruments. We have people who come here to teach band. And I think you have to be in 3rd grade. It says instruments can be played in different ways. To play a trumpet, you blow into it. To change the sound, you press the buttons or the valves. So watch. Watch his fingers. If it'll let me click it. There we go. Did you see his fingers moving? Oh, it's still thinking. You could play more. You did great. So that's how you play a trumpet. It says you blow into a trombone too, but you don't press buttons or valves. Sliding the long loop in and out changes the sound. So watch him. My dad played this, and you have to know where each note is on that slide. It's tricky. Okay, you ready? You did a good job. That's tricky. That's a tricky instrument to play. It says you have to blow extra hard to play a tuba because it's so big to get all the sound out. You have to blow extra hard. It's not as easy as playing a trumpet because the trumpet's so little. It says you have to be extra strong to hold one too. Look at that one goes around his body. There are tubas that you can just hold in your lap and play. But then there are big ones that wrap around you that you wear, and that's what he's wearing. So watch. Tubas sound really cool. Did you hear him breathing? When you play an instrument, you have to get enough breath so that you can play your instrument. All right. It says you play these instruments by hitting them. Touch each one to hear how it sounds. All right. So listen very carefully. These are drums. These were used in like pep band. All right. These are cymbals. You crash them together and they make sound. Listen. I'm sure you've heard those before. This is a cowbell. And this is a xylophone. Each one of these different keys makes different sound. All right. These are percussion instruments. You have to hit them or hit them together to make sound. It says the drum lets band members know how fast or slow to play and march. So you listen to the drums because those help keep the beat, right? He keeps the beat. No matter how fast or slow he plays, that's how fast or slow the rest of the band plays. So he needs to be on beat too. It says each instrument adds its own special sound to the music. Listen carefully. Each instrument sounds different and makes the music sound full and beautiful. Now, if that were just drums, it would sound cool. But if you don't have the trumpets doing their part, going high, if you don't have the tubas playing that low beat and that low music, it doesn't sound as great. So when you have it all together, it sounds beautiful. Kind of gives you the goosebumps and makes you happy, doesn't it? Listening to it, you don't listen to it and go. Hearing pep band music like that makes you so happy. It says there's a lot to think about when you're in a marching band. It says you must play the right tune. So a lot of times you don't have your music in front of you. If you're in a marching band, you don't have music that you watch. You have it all memorized. When I was in pep band, I had music like that, little sheets of paper. And I had like a little music stand, or I could clip it and put it on my clarinet. Not in a marching band. You have to have it all memorized. That's a lot to think about and remember. It says you must keep your lines straight while you march along with the music. You can't walk a little bit crooked because then that messes up all the rest of the people. You have to walk straight. So while you're thinking about the music that you're remembering and playing, you have to remember how to walk and where to walk and when to do it. Whew, it's tricky. There's a lot to remember and think about. Being in a marching band is not easy. You really got to focus. It says you can't stop playing your instrument even when you have to spin around again and again to change direction. You have to be playing even when you're spinning, even if you get dizzy. Watch. They are playing the whole time. This is amazing. Watch. You're going to love it. Here we go. Look at, they all walked at the same time. Both sides came in together. It was amazing. They all knew exactly where to be. All their lines stayed straight. Nobody crashed into each other. Perfect. It says these band members have practiced hard. They are ready to march, and you can come too. Stand up and step high. So if you want to stand up where you are, you can march with them. This is the Wisconsin Badger Band. So maybe you've heard of your parents talking about the Wisconsin Badgers, watching them play. This is their marching band. So this is Wisconsin's team. Here you go. Watch and enjoy, and you can march with them. You can stand up and you can march with them to the music. Here we go. Awesome. I hope you kept to the beat. Can't go too fast and you can't go too slow. You got to stay with them. They were playing the song on Wisconsin. And this last page says something that you know. Hopefully it loads. Come on. Oh my goodness, this is taking forever. I'm so sorry. This is our last page too. And all it says is 2 words. It says, the end. I hope you enjoyed this Super Smart, my loves, about all those instruments, and maybe one day I will get to see you playing an instrument. I love you. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, my sweets.